Hey guys, my name is Dani Spies and I am the founder and host of the Clean and Delicious blog and YouTube channel. And I'm on a mission to teach people how to make simple, delicious, nutritious, everyday food. Today I'm showing you how to make my Quinoa Tabouli salad, which I absolutely love because it's made with real, whole, fresh ingredients and it's packed with protein and veggies. It's also vegetarian and gluten-free, so this one tends to be a real crowd pleaser. Now let me show you how it's done. Now the first thing I'm gonna do is start with my quinoa, and whenever you're working with quinoa, you're gonna wanna work 1 part quinoa to 2 parts water. So in my pot, I have 2 cups of water, and to that I'm adding a cup of quinoa. I'll turn the heat up to high, and I'm gonna let the quinoa come up to a boil. Once it reaches a boil, I'll pop on a lid, turn down the heat, and let it simmer for 10 or 15 minutes. Now, even though quinoa is usually grouped with the grains, it is technically a seed. So it's much higher in protein than most grains and it cooks much faster. So if you're looking for a very simple, easy, nutritious ingredient to keep on hand, quinoa is going to become a very good friend of yours. I'm working with parsley and mint in this dish. Both are fresh from the garden. And for this salad, it is essential to work with the fresh herbs because it brings such a light, bright flavor to the salad that you're just not gonna get from dried herbs. I just wanna chop these herbs up so they're nice and fine. Whenever you're working with fresh mint, you just want to pull the leaves right off the stem, and then we're just gonna bring the leaves together in a pile and chop those up as well, nice and fine. Usually when I'm working with fresh herbs, I find that I have a bit left over, and I've discovered the best way to store your leftover herbs is to wrap them in a wet paper towel and then pop them into a plastic bag. Get all the air out, and this is gonna last in your fridge for up to 2 weeks. So my quinoa is done cooking. I'm gonna check it out here. Now, you'll always know that your quinoa is done because you'll see that this little white germ pops and circles the seed, and the quinoa becomes a light, translucent consistency. So I'm gonna transfer my quinoa into a nice big bowl to make the salad. To my quinoa, I'm adding those fresh chopped herbs that I just cut up. I've got the mint and the parsley. And as soon as the herbs hit the warm quinoa, this refreshing bright flavor comes right out of the bowl. Next, I've got my garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas. This is also gonna add another layer of protein to the dish. Chopped up scallions. They bring that onion flavor without overpowering the dish. It's a nice, mild onion flavor. Then I have tomatoes and cucumbers. Both of these ingredients are authentic to this salad, but you could use any crunchy seasonal vegetable that you had growing in your garden or that you had on hand. And then I've got tangy, creamy feta cheese right over the top. I love buying my feta in the block rather than pre-crumbled because this way you get a much creamier flavor and texture because it doesn't have any of the anti-caking agents in there. So this is the base of our salad. I'm gonna set this aside and work on the dressing. Now for this salad, I love just making a very simple, bright, fresh lemon vinaigrette. 1 large lemon is gonna get you about 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And then to that, I'll be adding 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Fresh chopped garlic. Then I'll give that a fat pinch of salt and some black pepper. And remember, whenever you're making a simple dressing like this, you need to season the dressing so that it flavors the entire salad, so don't be shy. Whisk this together, and we've got ourselves a very clean, fresh lemon vinaigrette. Now, I love making a homemade dressing with real, fresh, whole ingredients just like this, and as you can see, it's super simple and it takes no time at all. I'm gonna drizzle that right over the top of my salad, and then gently toss everything together. Now you're gonna notice that all of these really bright, fresh flavors come right out of the bowl. I'm getting the mint and the parsley and even the lemon. It's like a garden in a bowl, delicious. And now I'm just gonna finish this off by transferring it into a nice, big, beautiful serving dish. Now I love bringing the salad along to a barbecue or a picnic and serving it with pure leaf iced tea. It's brewed from real tea leaves, so it's the perfect complement to all the fresh ingredients in my salad.
Hi, I'm Gail Simmons with Pure Leaf Iced Tea, here to share some tips to get more fresh flavor out of your real brewed recipes. I like to cook my quinoa using chicken stock or even vegetable stock instead of water. It adds a richness and so much more flavor. And then you can give it even more flavor by adding aromatics. I like using things like fresh garlic or even a little lemongrass. And then some fresh herbs like thyme. Give it a nice big stir, bring it to a boil, and then lower it to a simmer and cover it for about 15 or 20 minutes. When it's cooked, fluff it up and it's ready to serve. With all this flavor, it's sure to be a hit at any table.